Hi, my name is Ugo and I have a testimony. Yes, I do have a testimony. So it started off last year in November 8th, 2019. And I was sitting at home working and I received a call, what I thought was a data warehouse meeting. And that call was actually a layoff call. And so on 11/8, 2019, I was laid off. I felt, sad. I felt very terrible. And I was wondering why. Because I am one person that has, laid my life down and I'm a big kingdom investor. And that year, 2019, was the year where I had started becoming active in church and I will give. So being at the point where I lost my job, I didn't understand. But anyways, so I stayed down throughout the year. I decided to even travel and see if I can forget about my sorrows. But coming back in January, I remember coming to Norcross location, and that was when I realized that I've been called back to my home, to Norcross. And I was in Dominion City, Marietta, then serving. And around that February, the church also was pushing for community, like for us to have a group of people, because churches were shutting down around that time. You don't know where people are. Everyone is in panic. And in my head, I'm like, why are we pushing for this group thing when I'm also trying to secure a job? I was not having it. I was just like, okay, yeah, pastor, it's okay to push for that, but I'm not going to be part of it. So I joined Dr. Una's 6 a.m. prayers, and every time she keeps, reading these arise and shine. I will never forget that Isaiah. Arise and shine, So in my head, every time she keeps praying that, God touches our heart, transform us to be at the center of His will. I'm like, how can you be praying this kind of prayer in this pandemic, But I followed through. I prayed along. I was like, God, at this point, I don't have a job. I'm exhausting my savings. I give to your kingdom. I'm still giving to your kingdom. And I don't know what to do. But one thing is for sure. I'm going to hold on to your word. I'm going to keep joining prayers. And I'm going to keep listening to the different messages Pastor Steve was sending to our emails on a daily basis. And that was when the light bulb came up. I remember coming to church one time. I saw some of my friends in church. I was like, okay, wait, I could start something, So We Connect was birthed. At that point, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start. I didn't even know anything. But thank God for my generals, my friends, Stephanie, Yemisi, Akin, Noel, Comfort. When I shared, as they hear about We Connect and the idea of We Connect, they jumped on it. And we have been growing since then. We talk about different things. So in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, I just started a small group. I just started something in the midst of pandemic. And for some reason, it's just as though I forgot about not having a job. And I said, wait, I don't have a job by an employer, but Jesus just employed me. God has employed me in His kingdom. So everything now became about We Connect. I forgot about what I was dealing with. So We Connect started. In the process, of course, joining prayer line and also coming to Bible study, talking to Pastor Steve, talking to Pastor Neka, again, the idea came again, boom, we need to start Discovery Bible Study. I'm like, oh God, I don't know I'm not a pastor. I don't know much about Bible, man. I can't even imagine myself posting on my Instagram anything that is different from traveling to Europe, going to Africa, doing the tour, living the Instagram life. Imagine me posting, something about Bible study. Me, Ugo. But anyways, joining the prayer line at 6 a.m. built up my courage. So I remember, and I was praying. I was like, God, please help me, encourage me. And God placed it also in the heart of a friend. Well, she was bringing up an idea for We Connect for us to have Bible study, and I was like, yes, I've been thinking about that. I've been praying about that too, so that was how Discovery Bible Study started. We have people from all over the nation join, and it's amazing. We have people from Texas, we have people from Kansas, Alabama, New York, of course, Georgia, Atlanta. We have a whole community of people that started joining just from me having the courage and the boldness to go on my Instagram one day and I posted, if you're interested in joining or studying the Bible with me, please send me a DM. And before you know it, I got an overwhelming response. I was like, wait, this is really happening. This is really happening. So Discovery Bible Study started, and the first day was just 3 people, 4 people, some days 2 people, and of course I was getting discouraged at the same time being encouraged, because I had my peers from We Connect who understood the mission, who also shared the same passion, and were encouraging me to continue. And they were encouraging me not just by words, but also posting and promoting the flyers that we were making that time. And of course I had Pastor Neka, I had Pastor Steve with me, holding my hands and encouraging me, telling me good job and all of that. And so the interesting thing about it is, once you begin the journey of living for the audience of one, I sound like Pastor Neka. Once you begin the journey of living for the audience of one, you will see that God himself will step in on scene with you. He was like, I found myself studying the Bible more. Like, because all this while Pastor would be like, no, go for yourself, read the word. I'm like, yeah, it's cute. But when I, decided to start the Discovery Bible Study, I felt responsible that I need to know God for myself. I need to have an experiential knowledge of him myself. And I started growing. As I was growing and doing the things of God, guess what? My needs were being taken care of. So in the process, I also had some people who were getting laid off in the group as well, but we held each other's hand, we prayed through it. We had people from the group reach out to each other, work on resumes, share some interviewing skills, and all of a sudden there was this open heavens. This one is securing a job, with Capital One. This other one is securing a job with CVS. Everything was happening for everyone. People didn't deserve, I'm talking about securing a job with higher pay, more than what they, used to earn. One person was earning at the 70s. Now they are earning 100,000 plus. My friends in Chicago, they were securing jobs. Some of them were receiving peace in the midst of pandemic. Testimonies overflow. People are delivering their babies safely with no COVID, issues or anything. Testimonies was just happening. The group started growing. Promotions started happening, and people are also realizing themselves and beginning to live for the audience of one. So that is the testimonies for the group, for the 2 groups. So I trusted God to help me through the process, and I can see that I'm growing. God took care of me. 2 group manifested itself, and people are even joining the group, joining the Bible study in the midst of pandemic, and it's growing, and they're also testifying, and I thank God for that. I also thank God for the people from the groups who have now joined Dominion City. We took the membership class. My friends Noel, Stephanie, Demisi, Akitunde, that are part of the group, are also key people on the group that have joined my church, Dominion City Church. And I'm glad, I thank God for allowing them to see the light, allowing them to see a church family that they want to belong to as well, that they can relate to. I want to leave you guys with this. Yes, I'm still unemployed, but I'm being taken care of. But I want you to know that there is going to be a second phase of these testimonies. And you guys, when you see my face on camera, know that God has done it again and again and again, and He will continue to do it over and over for me. So my testimony is not finished yet. This is part 1. Part 2 is coming. Thank you.